Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to an episode of Career Mode. And we have got some Career Mode goodness in 2013. Happy New Year's to everyone. I hope you all had a fantastic time. I certainly did. And there was no video yesterday because I always like to have a nice recovery period. I think I ended up waking up at 8 p.m. anyway, so I wouldn't have had that great of a video to put up. But I do have a game here against Blackpool, and I was running. It calls it a 4-3-3 formation, but for me it's more of a 4-3-1-2 because I consider that kind of striker who's more of a center forward than a striker in my opinion. The game kind of sees him playing as more of a false nine than anything, but I prefer it if he plays more of a center forward role. But yeah, it took ages. If you look at it, you know, we went through the whole 90-minute, no goals, no nothing was happening whatsoever, and I was kind of like, wait, could I really lose this? There, Inns tries to make a run around, but Mbaye just there to clean it up, and Mbaye is a really weird situation at the moment. I really don't know what to do with him, and there I thought for a second FIFA had screwed me. I thought it was going to be a penalty to them, and I completely at it, seriously. Anyways, they made some substitutions. We even went all the way past, halftime in extra time, and I decided to make some substitutions. Something needed to be done. If you look at the energy of the guys, I had to take off Sterling. Sterling went into the game already on pretty low energy, but I decided to play him nonetheless, so I swapped him out. I also decided to bring on, I think it was Muriel, and the change of pace he has when you're against really tired defenders, like I was, in 115 minutes in, you're going to have really tired players, and to bring on someone like Muriel, he's just going to wreck the absolute hell out of them, and that's what he did. But eventually, it led to a bit of an opening through Merkel, and it ended up 1-0, and in all honesty, I was very, very lucky to win that, because it took all the way into the 117th minute, and, props to Blackpool for really giving me a run for my money, because I didn't put out, a weak team or anything there. But if you would look at that, Sunderland beat Man United 1-0, and that is a big upset in the Capital One Cup. This is a cup I'd like to go on and do well in, as all of them, really. I'd like to go on and win as many as I can this season, because I know I'm definitely capable of it. I believe Perrot there, one of the youngsters that I recently signed, he came from, he came from my scout, and unfortunately he feels that he's being left out a little bit. But when I sign these guys, I kind of have the intention to go and loan them out because they don't necessarily fit into my squad, but I feel as though that maybe I can involve him in some of the lesser games, I want to say, so I can put him into that. But at the same time, I still have some other players that I'd like to try out. But Mbaye was actually, the news are reporting that there's a lot of other companies that be interested in him. Aston Villa have finally been overtaken, and that means, if anything, what I noticed is when last time I believe it was West Brom was the most recent team to be overtaken, and they bought Kurt Zuma off me for 19 million, I think it was, something ridiculous like that anyways. And so what I'd imagine is Aston Villa might be the ones to go in and put in an offer for Mbaye, and it'll be a lot of money. But here's a really weird glitch. Look how fast that was flickering. That wasn't me being super rapid or anything like that, but it was something really strange. It actually happened to me when I hit start in the middle of one of those games earlier, and it's as if like my controller was stuck, but it wasn't my controller or anything like that. It was so strange and so messed up, but fortunately I managed to get through that little glitch there. I kind of just pressed A in the hope that it would be an alright looking kit. So my apologies that I believe I'm wearing my away kit at home, which is never too good, but glitches will be glitches, and I suppose that's what EA are famous for. But Neymar's pace allows him to burst through. Unfortunately, he doesn't get past the defender, but he's still running riot, and I find I score a lot of goals early on, and the reason why is for the reason that that's when my players have the most energy. That's when their acceleration is just ridiculous, and I feel as though that's the reason why I tend to do well really early on in the games, is because that if I do my left trigger, right trigger, the change in pace from when they're going from a still point to their maximum pace is really short, whereas if you analyze that in the 60th minute, you'll really notice a difference. And that's probably one of the things I notice most about in career mode, is that energy is a huge deal. So that's one thing I can recommend to you guys. I've said it but in previous episodes, do not play games with yellow energy players unless you absolutely have to. It only leads to bad things. Your player will noticeably play much poorer. Not only that, but he's a lot more injury prone as well, so that's just something to keep an eye on. But I went 2-1 up, and I thought this is going to be a good 3 points, but it didn't take long for Ngo to come back and put one into the back of the net. And Ngo in FIFA 12 was actually a fantastic player. I haven't tried him out in FIFA 13 just too much, but I by the sounds of things, you know, I've got to give him a go, but it probably won't be on career mode. I think it'll be Ultimate Team that I'm going to have to try him out, because I remember on FIFA 12, he was just one of my favorite players. He was just so good. But a great header there from El Shaarawy in the 45th minute to put us 3-2 up, get that 1-goal lead cushion, which is very nice, very handy as well. It's always nice to have a nice little cushion there, but I really wanted to press on more, and it seemed from that goal onwards, things started to go my way. And if you just look at the way Muriel powers past the defenders, like, they were left in the dust there, completely, you know, oblivious to what had just happened to them. And he managed to put away a near post goal, which was really nice. A near post goal, as we all know on FIFA, is just stupid this year. I hope they kind of do a little bit of something to, you know, balance it out. But I have to admit, in FIFA 12, it was almost impossible to score near post goals. So it's important to find that right balance. But a really nice ball played through to Neymar, who did a good job of staying onside, because that's another thing that I've noticed, is that my players can often easily go offside. But Neymar there with a fantastic piece of skill. Unfortunately, doesn't come off and get the goal, but his friend Merkel, who's been quite good at the cleanup operation recently, he scored the winner against Blackpool back in the last game, which was pretty clutch for us, and that was pretty important. But Neymar plays a nice chip through ball through to El Shaarawy, and his pace has come along very well, and again, some beautiful passing play, and that is just a wonderful goal. I really enjoyed scoring that, and it was in the 90th minute, so of course it was going to go in. Anyways, that's a 7-2 win over Bolton in the league. I'm very chuffed with that, and I say that as I hit my microphone, because I'm that happy, okay? But yeah, a great result for us, and I hope you guys have all enjoyed this episode. Like I said, I hope you guys have a crack in 2013, and I hope I can bring you guys a lot of really cool career mode video and Ultimate Team videos. Alright, I'll see you guys in a bit. Bye-bye.